Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to our crochet podcast, episode 33. Welcome back to my returning viewers, my subscribers, and hello to people just stopping by for the first time. My name is Krista. I'm married. I'm Canadian, but I live in Africa. I live in Nairobi, Kenya. I've lived here for 18 years. Came traveling on my first trip. My sister was living here, came to visit her. Loved the place. Africa was never on my list of things to do, didn't really care. Came here the very first time and absolutely fell in love. So went back to Canada, worked hard for a year, put all my stuff in storage, nutshell version, and moved here. That was 18 years ago. I am now married, have 4 kids, and professional yarn hoarder. So loving that. Have a bunch of dogs, bunch of pets, bunch of kids, bunch of everything. So this podcast is about crochet and the whole channel is about crochet and crochet related items. And then about halfway through, I digress into sharing some snippets and bits about what it's like living in Kenya. Usually I take you on a video tour going somewhere, even to like my grocery store or like just general things in my life. And that's at the end of the video. So if any of those things are of interest to you, think about hitting the subscribe button. I want to say subscribe pillow. My subscribe pillow, your subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell beside that. We do crochet podcasts once a week, kid permitting, because I do have 4 kids. My youngest is 4, my oldest is 12, just turned. And we do live chats on Fridays, which is 5 p.m. my time, which is GMT plus 3. But on the website, there's a countdown, and it's also, I usually put up an event on the YouTube page like 2 days before, so you can just click to get a notification or a reminder about that. Usually, the Wicked Whisk Nairobi joins me for the live chats if she's not too busy making fantastic cakes. She is the whole reason I started crochet instructing and the yarnery and everything else. So she's actually a really good friend of mine now and has a YouTube channel she just started. So check that out. I'll put a link in the description box below. When I remember, I hope I do. If I don't, just put a comment below so I do remember. And check out our live chats on Fridays. So if those things are of interest to you, hit the notification bell so you get a notification of when we go live or when we upload a new video. Okay, I think that is the admin. I'm hoping. I probably missed a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we also do monthly cals, but in the summer months because I'm spending summer with my kids, who I all have plugged into Kindles right now. It's super quiet. Love it. We are doing a FAL, which is a finish along. So whatever whips you have, whips are works in progress. So whatever things you have on your hook or on your needles, if you're a knitter, grab them all out and let's get as many of them done this summer as we can. I have a big pile I'm working on, and get yours out and try to finish up as much of yours as you can as well. We have a Facebook group, one just dedicated to our cals or fals. Right now it's the finish along with The Secret Yarnery over on Facebook, link in description box below. We also have a general community, which is like whatever you're working on or, questions or hanging out with other viewers. And we also just started a Ravelry group. Yay! So that was just this week, so that's just starting out. So you can find us anywhere like that where you can share pictures and keep connected. And one of the main things I love about that is I am super blessed because crochet and a crochet community found me, literally. I should probably explain that later on, which I will if I remember. But lots of you, what I've heard and what I've read in the comments below is you end up crocheting alone for years. Like you have your friends and you have your life and everything, and then your crochet is like your hobby and you can't share it with anybody. Because like your neighbor doesn't, you're alone in crochet. And that is just, I never thought about it because I've always, when I started crocheting as an adult, I was crocheting as an instructor with like 20 women and, like a big group of people. It's kind of dwindled down probably to about 15, I suppose. But I've never felt alone in crochet, and I am heartbroken that other people feel alone crocheting. Don't crochet alone, crochet with us. So totally hang out with us on the Facebook and on Ravelry. You can share pictures and all that stuff. So, and it's actually like a super booming community. Like, it's amazing. Amazing women and men, amazing crocheters, yarn, fiber artists. So check those out as well. Now, because I'm spending summer with my kids, we're doing a finish along. So I am going to show you what I have been working on. Quite a lot, actually. I had crochet class on Saturday, and even after crochet class, my husband was like, "What, you're still knitting?" I'm like, number one, it's not knitting. Number two, yes, I am. Like, I was busy during class, and now it's my time. I got hook time. So I worked on some whips. So the first one I finished, this was before class even, before Saturday, is I ripped out the last podcast, the lining. So I have sewn that all in again and filmed it again. So that one is great. I actually really like it. I'm glad I did. So happy about that. That is officially finished object. There's a tutorial on it in 6 parts. There's also right-handed or left-handed for the crochet bits, but if it's like the sewing or the whatever, it's not left-handed because that's just, you know, it's not hooking. So that one's finished. Then I also grabbed my temperature blanket from 2017, so my last year temperature blanket, which I only got up to June 7, and I was humming and hawing about finishing it or just putting a border. And because I have so many things to do and I have so many I have crochet intentions like crazy, I'm like, just put a border on it. It is super great, and I'm like, let me make a big border. Like, I wanted to do something substantial. So I looked in my trusty book, the complete book of crochet border designs. I did a review on it in a separate video to see what kind of border I wanted to do. And I wanted a big border to like add size to it. So I wanted this kind of border. You can see it. I wanted that kind of border. But then when I looked at it, it was lots of chain 1 spaces. And I didn't want chain 1 spaces because it's a single crochet blanket. So this is like solid yarn, and then I didn't want like a lacy border. I thought that wouldn't look right. But I started the same way as number 231 if you have the book, or if you're getting the book, which I highly recommend, obviously. So I started the green. Is it focusing? I have to wait. Yeah, see the light green, the limey green? That is literally from the book. That's exactly what the book says to do. And then after that, I fudged it. I did generally what they were doing, but I just did double crochets or single crochets. I didn't do any of the chains in between to keep it solid, which I really liked. And then who knows what I did. I just kind of went on my way because I miscounted my second row of green. I didn't put enough stitches in, so then the next row I put extra, and then anyway, I fudged it all the way to the end. And I started each row, just so you don't feel bad when you're doing borders. I started each row guessing what yarn I was going to use. I probably started 2 or 3 yarns for each row, did 2 or 3 different designs for each row, and then frogged back and started with the one I liked best. And I did that the whole way. It took a day, it took an afternoon actually. Afternoon and night actually. I do remember laying in bed finishing it because I wanted the hot pink. I love the fuchsia. Well, it's not fuchsia, it's bougainvillea. I love the bougainvillea, which is most of the blanket here. And then I wanted the temperature colors that I didn't use, which are like the icy blues and things like that, but I'm more of a green girl, so I was like, let me do the greens. But then it was, I don't know, I still wanted to use the bougainvillea. So I did 1 row right underneath the bougainvillea. I'll wait for it to focus. Of this multicolored yarn. It's Red Heart. Is it called Rock Candy? But it changes color. So that was like my gateway yarn to put on bougainvillea. And then I wanted this kind of picot I wanted those picots on the very last round, that kind of thing. So I just did that. And I didn't want it too scallopy, so I put a popcorn in the valleys to kind of bring it up. And I gotta tell you, this blanket makes me happy. I see it, it makes me happy. I use it and then I leave the room and I come back and I see it, it makes me happy. It makes me happy. So no joke about the 6-month temperature blanket. I think it should always be a 6-month temperature blanket. It's just the right size. Let me show you. So that is 6 months. So it's pretty much arm to arm. I could measure it, I suppose, but it's pretty much arm to arm. And I did add probably 10 inches of border, like 5 inches and 5 inches, or maybe it's 4 inches. Yeah, 4. So 8 inches of border. But I really love it. And I think that I should sit down. That if I did it for the whole year, it would be too big. Because there is something really nice about just picking up a blanket and putting it on your lap or on your legs, or, you know, because usually you're sitting up. You know what I mean? Like you're not like, you know, it's not like an actual bedspread. And it's just so great. So I think even next year I might do maybe a 3-month temperature blanket and not use single crochet. Maybe like a 3-month temperature blanket with double crochet or something like that. Because I'm actually liking the size, and the whole 1 year thing is so overwhelming. What a commitment. I mean, it sounds great in December and January and even February, but by like April, I mean, for me, it becomes work. Anyway, so this is now a finished object off of my whips. Oh, that's the wrong way around. That's my finished object. I love it, and it looks like watermelon to me, like reverse watermelon. Oh, makes me so happy. Anyway, that's done, keeping it on me. And my corner to corner. Yes, I still love it, I do. So I picked that up, I put it on, I was making a sweater, like a jackety sweater. 3 things were bothering me. Number 1, it's a cream color and chenille. So like my kids are gonna come and say hi to me and I'm gonna have to wash it. And it's chenille. So I think it's a bit more of a delicate yarn, and then like washing it all the time. I think I'm just gonna be either wearing a dirty sweater or my sweater's gonna fall apart. Plus, wrong shape. Like I did it too skinny and too long. So it was like, the collar wasn't even on my shoulders. It was So instead of working on it more and more and more, with the fact that it might fall apart in the wash every week, or, you know, be dirty if I don't wash it every week, I changed it, to blanket. Can you see? Not really? Okay, so here's the white part that I did. This was supposed to be my, okay, let me go behind, I'll show you. Sorry. Okay. So this part was supposed to be my sweater, but that's just too skinny. That's too skinny. So then I added on yellow, like regular yellow, and now I'm adding on like an egg yolk yellow. And I'm gonna make like a narrower section and then a narrower section again. So it's gonna be stripy, but not in thirds. So I am liking that one. Now I'm liking it a lot. And then for the border, I'm gonna put, hope this color shows up. It's like this pretty much aggressive salmon. Let me see. We can get all the colors in there. Put this border on it. So this is a chenille and it has a cream eyelash in it. So it's kind of gonna be like a, what do you call those things? Like a tequila sunrise blanket or something. Or candy corn. I just figured that out the other day. I was like, oh, I'm making a candy corn blanket. Yeah, I am, whatever. Anyway, hopefully this takes it away from candy corn. And I want to do another like elaborate border from in here or something, don't know, but I'm gonna pick something. Once I get this finished, I probably have about 6 more balls to go on it. So this was 32 rows, and then this was 25, I think. So this one is gonna be 21, I think, something like that. I wrote it down. But fit like less rows per color, and then work on the border. So that is my cardigan, which is no longer a cardigan, but I do love it. And I think I'll get to use it a lot more because it can be like a clean sit on my bed blanket, which I am mastering, by the way. Loving it. Sitting on my bed, I'm totally good at it. Those are it for my whips. The other ones remain the same. I'm finishing that one. I have my lion head, haven't touched it. I have my cable blanket, haven't touched it. I'm gonna finish this one. And then, oh, one more, hold on. My daisy blanket. This one I love. Obviously, it's great. I never put a border on it. I mean, I sewed in my ends. But I'm like, oh, I should put a fancy border on this one too. So I'm gonna put a border on this one as well. I don't know what order I'm gonna do it in. I really do wanna get cracking on my lion head. And what I like, the little tiny bit that's holding me back, is I actually wanna get like lion taxidermy eyes to put on instead of crocheted eyes. Like I actually want taxidermy eyes. I'm gonna find them. I found them in Europe for like 15 euros or something. Real, like, and they actually have like the cat eye, like they're literally for taxidermy. But then how you put them on, I think is different because taxidermy is like obviously, you know, it's not a safety eye. So anyway, I'm working on that because I thought that'd be so cool. Anyway, border, lion, and then cable stitch. I'm gonna do cable stitch slowly over the fowl. I think that's it for fowls, to be honest. Or whips that I need to foul. So that's about it, I guess, for my crochet tidbits. Yeah. Loving it. Having a super great summer and super fun times with the kids. I've just pretty much been home this week watching my Netflix, laying in bed with like 3 crocheted blankets on me and my hot water bottle. Oh, so some questions which were asked. What do I use hot water bottles for? Basically just keeping warm. It is winter here in Kenya, which means, well, it's 19 degrees here now, but that means that's the warmest the house is gonna get. 19 is how many degrees Fahrenheit? Let me reach it. I have my trusty little thermostat, which I could put to Fahrenheit. So it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit in my house, which means that is as warm as my house is gonna get, and it is July, so my house is gonna get colder and colder until end of August, middle of August if we're lucky, when, you know, it becomes a bit warm again. Because there's no central heating and it's a stone house, so when there's no sun, your stones of your house don't warm up, which is great in the summer, like when it's hot here, because your house doesn't heat up. Your stones just keep your house like nice, like 24 degrees, 25 degrees maybe. But this freezing cold, no sun, winter thing, your house gets really cold, so you can never really warm up because you don't have a thermostat, you can't control it. So you end up being cold. So I have hot water bottles and we just kind of carry them around, wrap them up in blankets and like put your feet on them if you're sitting at the desk, or put them in your bed at night, things like that. And it really, really does help because you just feel there's something warm, like it would be if you had like a heating, like central heating or whatever. So that's a little tidbit. It is cold here for 2 months and we have hot water bottles. Another question, why I moved to Kenya? I think I told you that already in the beginning, which is great. Love it. Is there going to be a giveaway for July? Yes, there is. I have to go to buy the bracelet. I have it picked, and I also wanted to go to Maasai Market because we're going to do a giveaway for July and August together. So I wanted to do like a bit of a bigger giveaway, not like too much bigger, but like get some more stuff from Maasai Market and, you know, plump it up a bit. And I have to go to Village Market, to the Maasai Market, which is only on a Friday, and go digging through. And I have 4 kids at home now, so that's tricky because my kids don't want to go to Maasai Market. They don't like it at all because it's like people, they block, you know, it's a market and like people block you and talk to you, and my kids don't like it. My daughter puts up with it, but the rest of them are like, no way. So waiting to do that and then put together the giveaway. Pick some yarn to go with the bracelet and get some things from Maasai Market. So yes, there's gonna be a giveaway. It's not pulled together yet. I have a lot of things set aside, but it's not ready. So that's about it. Get your whips, join us on our FAL. That's gonna be super fun. I'm really actually enjoying it. Just being with other people finishing their projects really helps you be excited about finishing yours, or else they just sit there. I'm also thinking, well, I thought about it last night and then I was like, no. Finish the whips you can touch, like the ones you can touch in the Yarnery, finish those ones. But I do have a box and closet. I have a closet and a box of UFOs. The closet is not full of UFOs, mind you, but there is a couple in there that I do remember. I got like a ripple blanket and ripple stitch blanket and a sunburst granny square things ready to make a blanket, or, you know, started, my assembly line has started. I made 98 centers and I think I'm half done putting the petals on, or the first row of sunburst. But that's daunting. I love the colors, but it's daunting. So that is a UFO. So I was thinking of going through my UFOs even. But I'm like, no, let me just finish this before I dive into UFOs. So we'll see how far I can get this week, but I'm feeling really happy about it. And putting borders on things makes me like so happy. So I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. And I hope you also are connecting. Feel free to introduce yourself in the comments below. Introduce yourself on Facebook or Ravelry, whichever one you're on, or both, and get to know everybody else. Also, our lives, it's really a good opportunity also to talk to each other. Because I know I'm here and I'm talking, but I miss comments, and it's turning into a group of people. I want to say women, but there's some men, some male hookers, plus my dad, he's not a hooker. He does not crochet, but sometimes he does join us, and other people do as well, which is a great opportunity to just connect with other people. And you also get to know the other people who are commenting under videos, and you kind of learn what they're up to. And, you know, we talk about food and Netflix and like all sorts of other things. It's not like literally ask me a question and I answer. It's like, it's a whole thing going on. So think about joining us for that if you are around. Usually in the US, it's on Friday mornings, depending what part of the world you are in, but check that out. And that's actually really a fun thing to do. And just get your whips going and stay connected with us and have a super great week. So I'll see you guys on Friday for the live. It's usually about the same time I put this up, but just check it out. It is GMT, so Greenwich Mean Time +3, and I do it at 5 p.m. in Nairobi. So you can always just Google what time that is for you, and then put a little reminder, Friday morning usually, to join us. So thanks so much, you guys. I hope you're having a really great week. I hope you're getting a lot of whips done. There's some really good work going on in the Facebook group. Like, so many whips are already being finished. I'm so excited. So thanks everybody, and have a great week. Stay hooked. Jumbo.
Oh, that's your friend. The gloves.
Oh, she came here. Well, what's she going to do with her gloves now? That's confusing. I think she's in the wrong environment. Maybe she is.
Okay. Do you need one now? Not one now. We don't need one. We'll see what it is.
How much do you charge?
What price?
My price is 50. No, Bona.
I'll go with you around.
Yeah.
So she talked a lot. She made really, really good mushroom soup.
Ooh. No,
Like
but she
that.
sounds like she knows her stuff, and she sounds like she really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Do you know she lived in Bombay?
No?
Yeah, for a year and a half.
I don't talk to her.
Better. No, I get you. Much better. And then I forgot to message you her name when I got home.
Oh, what is it?
Atrina.
Atrina. Oh, that's not so
okay,
bad.
Still don't know. All right.
That's me.
No, I completely forgot.
If you want to come have a lie down in the grass.
Oh, monkey. Monkey in the grass.
Forest is right here.
I didn't know there was a forest.
That's where all the like thieves escape to after they.
Oh, after they rob you. Great. Interesting. I like the idea.
You're shopping for fruit and veggies.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Are you shopping for veggies? Are you doing a YouTube live or what? What are you guys doing?
I'm already doing it.
Oh, okay. Hi. Oh, wow. Subtle.
Jumbo. I think so.
You're a celebrity here. Huh? Yeah. I'll show you for the palak we'll go to. Do you want avocado? There's not many left.
Jumbo habayako.
Cover, do you have a bag?
Yeah. Thank you. I just put it straight in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, they're baby bunches. Oh, good, thank you.
Mint as well?
Yeah. You mentioned about 12, right? 12? Yes. Mint.
Yes.
Do you want avocados? Or rosemary? Do you have rosemary? Rosemary I have. Can I get like... Are you going to do it? You should do it, right?
What are you making tonight?
Some palak and potatoes. And, I don't know. How many? Yeah, 2 is good. No idea.
How many need to be?
Oh. Okay.
It's a lot.
Okay, I'll just take one.
Yeah, I want the rough skin avocado.
Can I, for today, or when?
I didn't think, if they have it, no, for tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Can I get 2 avocados? For tomorrow.
What are you tasting? You know the smooth ones?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You got 12, 1 mint and 1 rosemary and 12 palak. 120. Umesema 80.
You're getting white price now.
No.
I think it's fine. You have change card, yeah?
I thought you got from that lady. From her.
I have 200.
Did you get your change back from her?
I only gave her 2100. I only got 2 of change.
Oh.
Sure.
And then you need coin?
I need more anyway. That's the thing. We should tend to keep it for us because we'll come back this way.
And for this, not too many.
Hmm?
No I collect the bonnets, right? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
use them again.
Very interesting beats.
Yeah.
Paniago. Really got a pattern uncut. I believe. Don't go pattern number. Non-cut. Billy.
Oh, moringa powder. Moringa powder.
Kids, moja.
Oh, they have all these good ones. Oh, not on this side. Up it.
Your guy is here. Recording from all snacks. I just wanted to confirm. Those actually the ones you asked. The chocolate biscuit. The chocolate from both sides. Yeah. Do you want the honeys or the ones which we make? Oh, alright.
I forgot to show you my puppy. Come here, Dingo. Come here, Dingo. Come on. Up, up. Come here, girly. Come here, girly. You're allowed. You're allowed today. Come here. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, she's so big. Come, say hi. Oh, there she is. This is my puppy. This is my puppy, girly. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Say hi. Look. Look that way. Oh, say hi, I'm pretty. Hi, I'm pretty. Are you pretty? Yeah. No, this is Dingo. I think she's like 10 weeks. Maybe she's 11 weeks now. How old are you, Dingo? How old are you? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is my honey girl. This is my honey girl. She's paper trained, right? Except when she has the whole house. Then she is shag carpet trained. But can't say you're a dummy. Can't say you're a dummy. Okay, bye. Stay hooked.